Right, the Ford Excursion. This has been an ongoing process through many iterations. Finally thinking I'd hit on the final version, and problems have arisen as always. Oh, the joy of custom building something. Right, now, as you can see, this is the chassis that was on it when I showed you in a little running video the other week. It worked, but yeah, it was always I broke bending these chassis rails. One went perfectly, one broke. So I thought, right, well, that's that up. So we'll start again. So I made these steel ones for Big Yellow, which is the pickup version of this. I've got some more videos coming of that soon. I started cherry picking parts. I made it a solid axle build. I've now converted it to an independent suspension build. So all the parts from it that were solid axle I was going to get rid of. But I thought, well, why do that? I took the very scale looking, but very, what's it, poor quality construction, because they're made and designed very well. They just used weak construction, weak materials when building it. So it was probably okay for the Land Rover that was designed for. This is heavy, and it's going to be much heavier. And what I want to do with it is proper crawling or proper trailing, so a lot more stress. So that's why I chose to use the big metal axles that were under Big Yellow. I was going to get rid of them, obviously, but I changed my mind. So here they are now. Not an insurmountable task to put them on here. I've done it before. What the insurmountable task is waiting for parts from abroad. I had some of these and thought, oh, I'll get another set. So I ordered another set. That was 5 weeks ago. Now, not unheard of for something from China to take 5 weeks. They was here in this country on the 8th of February, which is now the 28th of February. They still haven't arrived. I'm going to assume whichever postal operator in the UK received them has lost the damn things and they are not coming. So this is as far as I have got. I cut one of these in two with an angle grinder, so that's the chassis rails. They are now like proper chassis rails in halves, so it's cut down the weight a little. Actually quite a lot, because these weigh, get it in your hand, it didn't feel a lot, but when you put them, two of them under this, that's quite a bit of weight. So I was going to use these that were on the Chevy, which is on its side at the minute. I was checking geometry and stuff. So yeah, that was the idea. Transfer all the drive shafts and stuff from that into this finished chassis. I'm going to rework the inner fenders and the floor pan and the chassis rails, and then that was it. Then it was going to be finished, but I'm waiting for these. You order them in tens. You know, these builds, why not do like a full 8-link set of these? So this is the second time I've done that and had to order a second set. I did it with this. But they came. The second set actually came. Yeah, so this is not rocket science. I mean, I've done it the same underneath this one. You just put threaded bar through these little aluminium tubes. Hang on, bear with me a moment. Right, back again. Yeah, you just put these little tubes through. Then you put the rod end on each end. You cut the tube to the right size and you've got a perfect looking link. It's just, I went through trial and error with the first ones, hence they're in parts and pieces. But I can rework these to finish this. But then I went and bought these anyway, so I've been making all fresh. If only I had the tie rods or rod ends, whatever you want to call them, to finish this. So yeah, so that is now stuck until I get some more of these. I have plenty of these, but they're all different sizes, and it's not enough to finish the job in the same size. And I don't want these to be odd to the back ones, so I have to wait for the set to turn up, or order another set of these identical ones. So this is going to be sat on the table like this for another 5 weeks. like order some more. Right, so I'm gonna move this now, and we'll get on to the positive stuff now. Oh, by the way, this will now have it's none of it's fastened, so just bear with me. I'll have proper decent articulation. So, and it's all metal, it's all tough, so the rod ends will be metal, which is where the original Lynx failed. And all the mounting points and geometries are exact because they're all officially made products by somebody else. Right, anyway, I'm going to put this away and I'll show you what I did to the chassis, which is going back on this just for it to stand in a corner somewhere until I can finish it, so bear with me. Right, now, I don't know if anybody's been watching my videos for long enough to have seen this original setup. This is the original setup with no skid mount, no skid plate. This, I mean, it works. It's a stiff setup, but with the weight of the body, that wasn't a real problem. So yeah, I think that would have worked all right. But these links, the little balls inside, the pillar balls, whatever those are called anyway, they're plastic in these, so the minute you tighten the screws up, everything gets stiff. But as you can see, how bendy that chassis rail itself is. I patched it, and I did a better job on the front, but this entire side is floppy, so it throws all the geometry and crap out. So that's why I decided that even though this was working, to redo it. Now, I've got proper solid heavy steel drive shafts on this, so the axles were very definitely the weak point. Now, I have an idea in mind for those. I have a set of standard chassis rails, so I will use them, or I think somebody asked me if I wanted to sell them, so we'll see once I get the other one running. So this is just going to be what the Excursion stands on for now, while I get the rest of it sorted. Okay then, so, right, on with the update. Right, so the last bit of the update finished. Oh, hold on a minute. Finished. Right, I listened to the comments. Everybody said it would look better, more scale, without the roof rack. I like the roof rack, and I'd already cut the holes for it, but it does look better without it. This fisheye lens on this phone camera doesn't do it justice, but it just sits a little in the back, which, you know. Anyway, so yeah, this is now officially just waiting for lights, and I need to get the receiver in it so that I can get it out and about. It has a motor. It is all, in all intents and purposes, finished. Now, I don't know if I've ever showed you the underside. That's a very pretty thing underneath. I do need some metal versions of those, some black, yeah, black and red versions of those underneath this at some point, but I've sort of run out of money for this year. So these work. They're fairly tough axles, actually. They've got full metal lockers in, so they should be tough. So that's finished. Yep, can't wait to get that out. I've now finally got the tyres and the wheels. They still sit out a little, but not as bad. It's totally acceptable on a build like this to have your wheels being a little sticky out of it. So what am I going to do with this now? Unsure. Roof rack, metal roof rack. Move this, all these axle pieces out of the way. Right, so the Land Rover, which is now very heavy. It's now very heavy indeed. We do have a carrying handle now, though. Right, now, good news and bad news with that. It fit perfectly well. When the box came, there was big holes in it where these had pushed through, so I'm like, oh, please God, don't be broken. But anybody who's seen these will know they've made a modification to this. They had a bar going across here, which fouled the hood or the bonnet, or whatever you want to call it, from opening any further than that. So now, they've took that bar away, so it doesn't affect the thing. I did have to remove my light bar because it doesn't fit. So I will just either move it or something. It genuinely doesn't fit where it was, so I don't know what to do about that. I may fasten it to there and just angle it up so that it sits right at the very front then, but it just wouldn't fit as it was, so I just took that off. Also, another little mod that I had to make. Well, I fitted my little light that comes on when it's in reverse, like all proper Land Rovers should have, on this side. And then the ladders to the roof got in the way. I'm like, damn it. Now, one thing I am a little miffed about is I'm pretty sure this bar should be right at the back here, but it won't fit with this if you do. So I had to move it forward a little, which pushed it all forward a little. So I don't know whether that looks good to you guys or not. I need some new shockers for this at some point. The Emax shockers that are holding it up are starting to, with the extra weight, it's starting to be a bit saggy. I even put some spring boosters in it, but yeah, since where was the bumper loose? Anyway, I have a spare wheel with a cover on it somewhere. I don't know where that's gone. Yeah, and I've lost this. Everybody loses this. But I bought a TRX4 one, which is not quite the right size, but I think I'll make that fit. So there we go. That's what we're up to, guys. Yeah, so I need to get these two out. Now, I've joined a Facebook group for a local crawler group who have a meet on the 3rd of June, so maybe, finally, I'll get these out with other crawlers. I am definitely going. It's near to me. It's only about 30 mile, 15, 20 mile away, so yeah. Oh my god, that looks like it's got an Alabama squat going on with this phone. Hey, look at that. Oh my god. Do you know, it's wide angle lens, I didn't know. Oh, I'm making myself feel it. Right, anyway, so there we go. Some good news and some bad news. We'll see if I can get the Excursion running for now, just until the parts come. I feel I'm gonna have to get my money back and order some more from somewhere else of those tie link rod thingies. One of these days I'll start these videos and know what everything's called. Anyway, so there we go, guys. Update video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully a running video for these two soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.